One.
Peace, y'all. It's your big sister, Coach Sherry Babette, coming to talk to you today about doing things in order. Doing things in order. And specifically, I am talking to my young adult women, I say 18 and up. And when I refer to doing things in order, I mean pursuing things in the right sequence, okay? So specifically, I'm referring to young women pursuing relationships in the right sequence. And the right sequence of a pursuit, first of all, you should be pursuing your education and your own self-actualization first before you're trying to solidify a relationship with anyone. And I say that because we often get distracted by our emotional so-called connections that we think we feel with other people. And the stronger we feel or want to feel an emotional connection with someone else, that detracts away from what we could be doing with our time. And so if that emotional connection is not in a place of fulfillment, that is to say the person's not giving you the right attention, or they're not calling you, or you think they're talking to someone else, that affects you emotionally in a negative way, and then you don't even think about the things you could be doing with your time. You focus on what that other person did to hurt you, and then you got to solicit everybody's opinion, and you're calling this person and you're telling this person what happened, and then you're telling this person what happened, and then you're finding his friends and you're telling them what happened, and you want to know, well, just tell me the truth and what's really going on, and do you love me? And all this time you could be perfecting yourself in whatever craft, skill, ability that you have been gifted with. Excuse my voice as well. I'm not feeling 100%, so I may sound a little scruffy. But getting back to doing things in the right sequence. In the first place, the man should be pursuing you. So if you find that you're doing all of the legwork, you're out of sequence. It is not the woman's place to pursue her partner, okay? And in the pursuit of the partner, what do you even want them for? So if you're pursuing someone who is not employed, not seeking a higher education, and when I say employed, that can be self-employed as well. I'm not specifically talking about they work at this company and they're the, vice president over filling bags of Cheetos or whatever. I'm talking about, are they gainfully employed, not illegally employed, not selling drugs or chopping up cars, right? Because you want someone who has a moral standing and who has an ethical standing, because that will play into your future with that person and how they will provide for you and the family. And all of that matters. All of that matters. So if you're the one out hunting for this guy, and you're tracking him down and you're smelling his steps and everywhere he went and everybody he talked to, that should let you know right off the top, this is not going well, and it's not going to end well. And the way it starts is generally the way it ends. You already know the truth before you begin. So learn how to just be patient in your season of being by yourself. Don't be that sister who has multiple partners who you are engaging with physically. Don't be that sister, because you are giving away your essence, and what you're getting back in return can never repay what's being taken from you. and don't fool yourself into thinking you're doing it in your own will and you're doing it on your terms, and anything a man can do, I can do better. You're not created that way. You're not created to just give of yourself and to a person who has no sense of his own self, right? So you need to have a better sense of who you are and who your connection to God is and what you are destined to do before you even get yourself involved with someone who has no idea who they are. And these are the things that when you sit down and you think about the order in which you want your life to flow, you have to be conscientious about the direction you are intending to go, because detours will take you way out of your path and bring on unnecessary hardships and unnecessary challenges that you could have very well avoided had you just been patient. Okay? And those of you that have children and are in this pursuit of Mr. Right, focus on your children. Do not spend your children's life, especially if they're young, do not spend all of your children's time that you're supposed to be giving to your children and dedicating all of that energy to a man who has really no intention of being the best self that he can be for you or your children. It is not your job to raise a man. Another man needs to raise a man. You cannot be his mother all over again. Okay? So think about what your connection to the world is and what your contribution to the world is. And definitely, if you have children, what is their contribution to the world? That's where your energy should be going. By age 5, your children should know how to read and count and know colors, and should be learning a second language, or a third if possible. Okay? Do not underestimate the power of your children's mind. Your children are beautiful if you don't contaminate them with my dad used to call it the idiot box, and just letting them sit in front of the television. Now we have new versions of an idiot box, and it's a cell phone or the iPad, and they just sit and they just play these mindless games and watch stupid videos and listen to dumb songs all day for hours and hours and hours. And that is absolutely damaging your child's ability to grow and prosper as they should. So keep all that in mind. I'll be back hopefully before the year is out. We're on December 28th in 2017. I want to give you a new year talk, and yeah, all is well. All right, peace, y'all.